Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Amari Cooper is expected to be cut or traded ahead of the 2022 NFL free agency period. And there is one team in particular that came right to mind when I saw this that need to make a push at Amari Cooper to really get the most out of next year. The Los Angeles Chargers need to make a push. They have capital, they have cap space, and while Justin Herbert is cheap, you need to get him options, you need to get him weapons, you need to get as much as you can and build this offense and build this team and go all in for 2022. I'd like to welcome you to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Today, we're going through Los Angeles Chargers and why they need to make the biggest push at wide receiver Amari Cooper to really be that team in the AFC. They're not really that team in their division, and it kind of sucks because Patrick Mahomes is really that good. So if you enjoy football content, NFL content, make sure you like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. Let's get right into the video even more. So, the Chargers, right? Mike Williams is expected to be a free agent. So, if you're just going to let him go and be a free agent, you need someone else other than Keenan Allen to be a solid, consistent threat for Justin Herbert. So, you need to get another guy like Amari Cooper, or you need to dig into free agency and find another guy. Or maybe even draft a guy for how strong the draft is with wide receivers. That could be one of their options because they may want to go defensively early on in the draft since they need someone else out of Joey Bosa. They need a cornerback, maybe even a safety. The Chargers team really needs to go all in because Justin Herbert is still cheap. You need to go all in because you have another team in that division that will be one of the best offenses in the league, that has one of the best offenses in the entire NFL, and one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL that will not give up no matter what, and that can score 28 points in one darn quarter. They've done it. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid have scored 28 points in one quarter easily at times. It's just what that team is. They're a powerhouse. So the Chargers, they need to go and try and trade for Amari Cooper so that the Chiefs don't have a shot at landing Amari Cooper in free agency. If the Chiefs land Amari Cooper in free agency, it's going to be very difficult for anyone to stop them. It is already insanely difficult with with Kelsey, with Hill, and then if you add Amari Cooper, imagine how much more difficult that's going to be with Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill. It's not going to be a fun time. It's not going to be a good time for anyone. And if you're in the same division, forget it. It's going to be tough. So you need to go out and you need to try and trade for Amari Cooper or just land someone big in free agency. But the thing is, if Amari Cooper gets into free agency, which place is a more attractive spot? Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, you have Tyreek Hill and no, not Travis. Yes, Kelsey. And that is a much more attractive place. Now, maybe the one thing I could see him being more attracted to Los Angeles is the volume that he get. Because in the Kansas City offense, he's not gonna get as much volume because Keenan Allen is really the only other guy. But you go to the Chiefs, you have a lot of other guys there, but you mainly have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey, two guys that are gonna get a lot of volume, and then throw Amari Cooper in there. May not get as much volume as he would at Los Angeles with the Chargers, but nonetheless, the Chargers need to make a push and they need to go after Amari Cooper because they need another dynamic guy. With Mike Williams leaving, they need another guy that can consistently get open, that can consistently help Justin Herbert. Even though Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, he is one of the best young quarterbacks. You need to continue to get him weapons and build around him and build this team and go all in next year because he is going to be wanting his contract soon. Once you pay him, it's going to be tough to build. Build now while he's cheap. Get as much as you can. I know it may make things harder down the road with money wise, but you need to go all in for 2022. My thoughts. You guys think that the Chargers should trade for Amari Cooper? I absolutely think so. And then maybe defensively, like I mentioned earlier, maybe they should go with a defensive guy, or early on in the draft because there's a lot of wide receiver guys that you could target in free agency. There's a lot of fun guys that you could target. But if you want to be the most dynamic, I think Amari Cooper, maybe if Devontae Adams hits the market, I can definitely see Devontae Adams going to the Los Angeles Chargers. I could see the Chiefs making a run for him if that happens. Good Lord, good gosh. But then you have Allen Robinson. I think Allen Robinson would be a solid complementary piece to Keenan Allen. Keenan isn't extremely fast, and then you'd have Allen Robinson on the other side, who isn't nearly as good as a route runner as Keenan Allen. Keenan is one of the best young route runners in the league, one of the best route runners, to ever be around. And when you have Allen Robinson on the other side, he's a huge wide receiver who can go up and make those big contested catches. Then you have your speedster in Jalen Guyton. So honestly, that might be a better option, Allen Robinson. But because Amari Cooper is very similar to Keenan Allen, maybe not as consistent, but Amari Cooper does have a lot of similar characteristics, a lot of similar traits to Keenan Allen. So maybe Allen Robinson would be a better pick. But nonetheless, you got to go out there and get a big-time wide receiver target. You got to go out there and keep building while Justin Herbert's young. And you have to get something done. You have to go in all in on 2022 because Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs offense is not going to be slowing down either. So you got to go and you got to invest in a big-time wide receiver. Thank you guys for tuning into the JDW Sports Talk Show where every fan's welcome. These are my thoughts on if Amari Cooper should go to the Chargers. And I absolutely think he should. I think the Chargers should make a push for him. So you guys let me know what you think. It's going to be it for this episode. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Make sure you subscribe, like I said. Put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. And you guys have a great night. Give me your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'll catch you later. This is the JDW Sports Talk Show. Signing off.